All right, good day. Once again, it is Ishola Adediji Michael. All right, I welcome you once again to Success Enlightenment. If this is your first time coming across this channel and you'll be coming to this channel, but you're yet to subscribe to this channel, I'm taking this medium to ask you to please subscribe to my channel, as you are just about to start getting the real juicy economic analysis, not just Nigeria, but in so many parts of the world from Success Enlightenment. Ishola Adediji Michael. And today, quickly, I'll be talking on the pressing problem in Nigeria economy, and I'll be giving the federal government, I'll be suggesting the only solution out of it to them. Right? The government has been trying. I won't say the government has not been trying. Right? There's what they call inactivity in power. Right? The present leader, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the present president of the country, is somebody that is actually of age in terms of his age. Yes, if you are age, you are supposed to be experienced, but the point is you are not supposed to have that energy. But despite that, what has been happening so far has actually proved that the man is as energetic as the whole world will not think he is. Right? And if you look at the policy implementation so far, don't worry, I will take a separate video where I will take my time and I will analyze his policy so far. But trust me, the policies so far are not so bad. Like, they are very, very interesting policies. They are policies that if you implement in a state that already have a working system and structure, and the people are patriotic, that they really care about the future of the country, they really care about economic sustainability and not just self-interest. It's a policy that by now we should be thanking him for actually bringing them on table. But in Nigeria, there's so many forces at work here. There's so many forces at work. All right. And when you float a currency, you don't expect the price to be going this high as it's going, right? It should go high, but definitely it should what? It should snap down. That's what is expected. But a lot of forces is at work. Some of it is political sabotage. Some non-APC party, or even some people in the APC who doesn't like the man, I'm sure they're actually spending their resources, like their weight, to actually make sure that the present day government is a failed government. Because if the government succeed, there be nothing for them to campaign in their next political election that will be coming on 2027. So the point is, there's a lot of political game at work here. But logically, let me talk to the federal government and let me talk to people that are close to him. If the president doesn't have enough time to go through my humble channel, I think people in power, maybe one people can just get there. And if you're watching this channel, this video is very, very important in the fact that you just have to keep sharing it until you get to the right people. Because the point is, this country is not just the responsibility of you, it's not just the responsibility of it's not just the responsibility of the president or people in power. It is a collective responsibility. And as it is now that we're having an issue of lack of patriotism in our country, so we have to be intentional about our decisions. We have to be intentional about our actions. We have to learn to promote what we actually add value to this economy. All right, and this video is set to add value to this economy without much of verbosity. Let me just get right into it. All right. Now the problem is that the prices of foodstuffs like agricultural output is on the high. All right, and last week, if you go to the market, you buy a model of rice 1,700. If you go this weekend, you are buying a 2,100. Nobody knows how much you are going to buy it this very week comes Saturday. All right, now the point is, when such situations is happening in a particular market, the first expected activities that you will see is that farmers will start hoarding their commodities. They don't want to sell. All right, because they are always ordering in expectation of higher prices. If you can keep these so grains of rice, it is expected that by the end of March, the rice will be selling at 4,500. So everybody wants to make the best money they can make from their product, and that will actually fuel scarcity, and that expectation plus the hoarding will automatically fuel ensure that the prices of commodities, rice in this case, goes to exactly 5,000 or even more. And in such a situation, there is nothing the government can do. All right, if the government will just fold their hands and allow the expectation to flood the market, there's nothing the government can do. All right, so at this point in time, the only thing the federal government and anybody in power can do is to actually buy this commodity directly from the farmers. The price now is 2,100. If the government will come on and employ the enlightened people who have probably studied agricultural science, people who really give a care about, who really care about the country, right? Although it's hard to actually test those who do, because in this country, when you start making a policy or you start making a particular project to reduce poverty and make life easier in Nigeria, you just realize that the set of people you just put there, they are more than animals. They just there, they just make everything worse. All right, but if let me say there's still chances, because I believe I am a very, very patriotic Nigerian and I'm a no corrupt Nigerian man. All right, it is not to say everybody is corrupt, right? Fine, everybody is corrupt, but the point is, to an extent, we see have people out there that are exactly better than me and that can do the job very, very well. All right, if the federal government will take turns and just channel and just focus on that, we already have money. The subsidy money, you don't give it as palliative. When we start giving this money as palliative, we are making the whole situation worse, because the point is, the real people who need the palliative, the money will never get to them. I've spoken with a few people, especially people in the military, in the police. For crying out loud, they've been collecting a palliative about 35,000 naira since the subsidy removal has been removed. And these are people that are already employed, like they're already employed, but based on the fact that, you know, the insecurity issue, but tripling the prices, tripling the wages, the salary of the security forces will not reduce insecurity in Nigeria. Insecurity in Nigeria will always rise as far as the economic hardship in the country is always on the rise. It's very easy for anybody to create his own bandit or group of insurgency in this country, because there are a lot of people there who cannot even afford to feed themselves. Just bring them in, all these Alumajiri northern boys, bring them in and feed them. Before you know it, they will be willing to actually go in and plant bomb anywhere. They're willing to take gun, right? Because for a fact, they are raised to believe that their government have fed them. This is not to say the government has not fed them. What has the local government done to assist these people, right? Because most time when we criticize the government, we only face at all the federal, and that's because of the structure of our government. But this video is not about that. This video is like, we can still control, pending the time for this economy to shift and adjust to the major policies of the government, which is the subsidy removal and the floating of exchange rate. We can control, number one, our agricultural output. We can control the prices of food commodities. Simple, the federal government should buy these commodities and resell it out at a cheaper price. Federal government cannot sell to personal consumer, but they can serve as a middleman within the producer and the retailers. They can serve as a middleman between the producer and the retailers. They can't just come in and fix a price, put a price selling. When they do that, what will happen is that there'll be so many black market. All right, there'll be so many black market, and that will further hike this price. What we do is meet actual farmers. Okay, the federal government want to buy 50 tons of rice, and they are going to pay for the rate of 4,000 per modus. For crying out loud, these people will sell right now. They will sell. They will empty their store. They will sell, and the federal government had to just go to the market and sell that out at 1,000 naira. All right, that's a huge expenses on the part of the federal government. But the point is, we don't have a choice now, and each state, the federal government allocates revenue to each state. Those revenue, this is not a time for one state government to be making road. All right, that road you keep making to link the farming area to the market, as that has any significant impact on the price of agricultural products since the day you started? No. In fact, the idea of this high capital infrastructural investment in Nigeria comes from the Western culture, and that's because the Western country always wants Nigeria to keep borrowing from them. They want to keep us perpetually indebted to them. That automatically affect our Federal Reserve, and it affect our dollar to naira, pounds to naira exchange rate. It affect our international exchange rate. All right, and Nigeria is an importing country. Every luxury goods in this country comes from outside the world. All right, outside. So we can't afford to keep doing. Leave the road for now. Leave the road. Let's focus on what is our immediate problem. All right, every average salary earners goes to work there, and the salary you pay them in less than how many weeks they are done spending it. This is what led to Great Depression in the United States of America, 1933. This is what led to the Great Depression. Before you know it, these people, they will come to work from the beginning of the month. By half of the month, they have already exhausted. No finances, no fund to come. All right, before you know it, the economy will actually crash. All right, agricultural products, they are very, very insensitive. Food commodities, they are very, very insensitive. I advise now the government should sit down on a round table and start buying these products, although at a high price. It's a huge burden. It's a huge burden, but for now we can use our money that we ought to pay for fuel subsidy to take care of this, as we intelligently adjust the economy to what? To its normal state. If this continues, a lot of things will get worsened, because the economy is what? Is complementary, right? It's a very good thing. I can't just share all the information here because I don't want this video to be more than 12 minutes. All right, so on this I will just keep quiet. If you want more personal engagement, more discussion on this, I can bring you on live on channel with me. We can have the conversation one-on-one. If you don't like showing your face in the camera, we can. If you are somebody in administrative positions, you are where you make decisions, maybe you are involved in policies, and you really want to hear my real insight on this, feel free. My contact is always attached to my word, to my video. But on that, I will end this video, and once again I will tell you, I'm your humble Ishola Adedeji Michael. Subscribe to my channel, comment, engage me. Let's together make a path for the future of Nigeria. Thank you.